Hello everyone and welcome to a new tutorial. So today we're going to be designing this really cool and colorful poster in Illustrator. So let's just go. First thing, let's set up our document 1700, 2400 and press create. Great. Let's just start with our background. I'm going to make a really nice background with the rectangle tool here. And then I'm going to make it, I'm going to leave it white for now, but just remove the stroke. Perfect. Create a new layer. And I'm gonna start designing this really cool, like almost blobby effect. I'm gonna use the blob brush tool here. I'm gonna start to designing them. Something like this. Actually need to add some color so I can actually see it. Let's just see. Yeah, something like this will be alright. This is the first one. And then let's design another one. I'm using the Shift B shortcut to access that blob tool. Gonna need to change the color, otherwise if you don't change the color when you design it, you are actually gonna connect to the other one before, and it's really annoying. So just going to do like this, make it a new like organic shape blob thing, and another one. Gonna leave it, make it on the side here, not the same color, and then I'm going just to make another one here. Very organic. Be careful with the shapes you make. Just like the idea is to like create like some sort of like ink drop situation or something. Something like this. Perfect. We're gonna do the bottom ones. Maybe actually we're gonna change this one a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. Something like this. And something like this, yeah. Let's do the bottom ones now. I'm gonna start with something like maybe something more like again something more like not too big, something more like this, quite wavy, and gonna need to close it, of course. Change the color again here to a nice blue. Gonna design maybe something not too crazy this time, something more like this, and then change again to design something that goes in the back, maybe something more like smaller, but then it shows there. Will be cool. So yeah, this is pretty rough in the beginning, which is okay, because now we're actually going to start to delete these points here using our direct selection tool. Just delete it. Delete this one as well. Just delete all of them. I don't need to tell you. Just select like this. 3 in a row. Perfect. So next thing we want to do is actually get on our red rectangle tool again and make a really nice rectangle here. Same size of the artboard. Be sure to make it like perfectly sized. Like this. Perfect. Let's select all of them. And then go to Window, Pathfinder. And here we're actually going to use the crop one, so it actually crops the entire like graphics around it, which is really cool. And now we're going to start coloring this. So let's just make going to Window, sorry, not make anything yet, and go to swatches, and then let's just get like something like cool, maybe like let's just use these ones for now. Let's see, like let's make it. Actually, this one's actually is the ones I use, the DCI color guide. You can find it in the libraries as well. I think they are somewhere in Nature, C Scientific. I don't know where I found them actually. User defined, no. I think this is all other library. I have no idea how I found it. I think I just clicked, oh yeah, celebration, is after celebration, so should be somewhere. Color books, yes, this is it. You find it here. Cool, and then I'm going to use the DCI one. Gonna select one of these shapes. Then I'm gonna ungroup it. Perfect. And now I'm gonna apply a gradient on it. Of course, a gradient. I love these gradients. And I'm gonna make it a freeform gradient. And I'm going to select really cool colors. I will try to use like darker colors for the top of the objects, and like lighter colors for the lower of the objects, like this. I'm gonna apply a nice gradient here too. Try to see if I can use the same one. Sometimes it glitches and then loses the gradient, but well, need to live with it, and just going to make this one like this, and then a new one here, maybe like a pink color. Just try to be as creative as you want. Actually, don't put limits on the number of colors you want to use, because you know we already have like clients and stuff to do that. When we're actually creating for ourselves, you just be as free as you want. This is like for you, it's not for anyone else, so just be free. And you know, this is for you. You're probably not gonna win any awards with this anyway, so just have fun. And then just going to apply these colors, change the gradient as well. Going to apply I don't know why it loses the gradient sometimes, when I think it's because of the shapes or something. And then just going to use this purple here, then this orange, and yeah, cool. Let's do the bottom ones now. Maybe I will go in release component path. There is some dots there. I don't know what they're doing there. I don't need them. Let's just make this one, apply a gradient. Let's see if we can actually get the gradient from somewhere. Yes, we could. There from that one. And then we're gonna just change it, like this will be probably like a darker color, like this. And then maybe we'll try a yellow, and then a green maybe will look nice. See, this is totally random. I'm doing this, like I don't know which colors I use in the first one, and I don't think it matters when we are like, as long as you get the technique and like how I made this, that's what's important. And it's nice though, because then you actually you can bring your own voice to this as well, not just follow this simple tutorial. This is the idea, just like you get to know how to do these things, and then you do it like for yourself, and then you make it even a better things, rather than I'm doing probably. I'm just going to select this one now, try to steal this one. Oh, nice. And then another one here, actually right click, release component path. I don't need those dots there. Gonna delete them, and going to make a nicely done gradient for this one as well. Just gonna change the colors. Really want to make this pink, like, and this one will be keeping purple. Like, let's see if I have a nice purple here, like a darker one. Nice. And gonna use an orange. Cool, looks nice. And yeah, so next thing, let's just go back to our background here, select our background, and let's apply a gradient as well. See if we can make a really cool gradient for our background. Just do this. Sometimes it's actually hard for me to keep talking while I'm doing this, because it's so repetitive, and I feel I need to, I don't know, I need to entertain, otherwise you're gonna get bored as well, because of just watching me doing this. So I need to keep you up to things. But then sometimes just like, so you like, as soon as I explain something, you can actually do it. You don't need to watch it more. But I actually need you here, so I will keep you entertained, I promise. So yeah, we finished our background using this technique of point gradients, which is really cool. I will just move this down. Yeah, I'm gonna move it like this here. I really like this gradient tool, because it's so free. That's the name, freeform gradient, but it's so like, it gives you so much more space for creativity on the gradient design. To do this before, I will just use like gradient meshes, and it will never look like this, not as good. And just going to do the same thing here. I think I need to change the colors. The colors there are really close together, so I need something that contrasts better with that blue there. And just going to make it maybe pink, will contrast nicely. But then I have the yellow. Let's just keep experimenting with colors, or maybe we just change the color of this one. Actually, let's just change the color of this one to some sort of more interesting color situation here. Maybe go down, just see. I don't know, actually. I'm like, I wanted to make it a really quick tutorial, and it's becoming like a 3-hour tutorial. Sorry. And yeah, just make like this. Yeah, I do think I still need to change the background color. I think it needs to be something darker for sure. And yeah, but maybe not as dark. Yeah, no, actually I'm enjoying this one. Cool. Perfect. So next thing we want to do is just actually add a few more spheres in the scene, just using the ellipse tool, steal some gradients from some of the shapes, change the gradient a little bit to make it like less copied and more unique. And let's just duplicate these spheres using Alt and just drag them, put them behind objects, which is really cool as well. And just steal gradients from other places as well. Maybe this one would be nice. Let's see this one. No, maybe this one. Yeah, try to make like a nice composition with all these elements. Actually draw a few more on the sides, few more blobs here. So I'm gonna make a new one here as well in the example I showed you in the beginning. So I'm just going to maybe steal this gradient from here. Yeah, something like this. Gonna need to crop it as well. I just rectangle tool. I just not rectangle tool here. Gonna make a really nice crop like this, and then try again to get the gradient perfect. I'm gonna make a new blob here, and then crop it as well. And actually delete this. If I delete this, will be okay. Actually, I should have deleted before. Let's just go back, nice, and just make it like this, perfect. And then steal a gradient, if I can. No gradients is working on this shape. So this is like the most curious thing for me is like why sometimes it doesn't work. Is it because I have a compound path? If I don't have a compound path, yes, it is. Discover the mystery of gradients not working. And again, going to do another ellipse. We're going to put maybe another ellipse here. Going to make it greenish or something, maybe in the bottom here. Maybe something like you want to create like this sense of like depth. And so it's really nice when you actually use like these spheres because they help you to make like, oh, there is like more depth when something is behind something. Like the elements are in front and behind each other, and that creates like the illusion of depth, which is really cool. I'm just trying to get a gradient and it's been impossible, so maybe I'll do this one here. And yeah, and next thing, let's just have a look in the poster before. I don't have it here. Okay. Cool. We have some like same elements. Now we're gonna actually design this like little lines that are like flowers or something, and let's just go for it. So we're gonna get the pencil tool here and just make it white, the stroke nicely, and pencil tool again, and just randomly just do a line, make it wavy because it gets more interesting, and apply, maybe leave it just one stroke, maybe will be all right. I think just maybe two, see how thick it gets. We don't need the colors anymore. Let's just remove this as well and start just designing a few lines randomly on the artboard. Try to make it a little bit more interesting. Like it feels like some sort of flora situation in this like Rick and Morty inspired planet thing. And maybe these are like moons of that planet. Create a story for yourself. And, just use the storytelling capabilities of the human beings to be creative. Just go and make a new one here and another one here, and yeah, and now we're gonna actually start. Just be sure to actually connect them. So not trying to be a perfectionist, but not try to be very like, oh, I don't care. I do care a little. Perfect. And now let's just make a sphere for each of these spots like this, and let's just holding Alt make a copy. Same thing for this one here and here, and another one here and another one here. Perfect. So let's just select all of this artwork, very presumptuous of me, and let's just like group it. Let's just right click, group it, and then right click again, transform, and then scale it. Let's scale it to maybe 80%, something like that. Yeah, perfect, looks nice. And just press OK. And then new layer, actually not to need a new layer, just new rectangle tool here, right click, rectangle tool. You can also press M to get the rectangle tool in shortcut and just go make something darker. I think I use like a darker color for this one. Yeah, almost totally black. Let's just make it even darker then. Perfect, there is something happening here. I don't think the lines are matching there, which is not cool. Let's just, I think it's a background. Maybe I should just adjust the background really quick. So it actually matches perfectly. Cool. Let's see if it matches perfectly here. Well, he was alright actually, but well. Nice. So let's lock the background layer. Let's lock this layer as well. And now let's just use the pencil tool to create a little bit of like hair dust. We're just going to, not even a pencil tool, I think it was the blob tool. Oh no, you need a new layer. It was a pencil tool then. No, blob tool. Yeah, it was like, I think just right click and reduce the blob tool size like 2 points, and then make it white. Just remove this one. It's so annoying sometimes, Illustrator. Just make it white and then start just to drop some little particles in the air. Maybe I'm gonna increase it to like 5. Yeah, so it looks more evident. Just spread a few little bit of these dots in the air to make it like create like a nice atmosphere for this design. It doesn't need to be very precise or perfect. You just want to add some detail into this. And I just really annoyed. I need to adjust this, and just gonna adjust this really quick. At least like matching on the bottom here. And again here, just delete this one. And yeah, this is it. I just signed a poster now, and there you go. Put it to sale or something. I don't know. Show it to your mother. She will be very proud of you if you made this. And yeah, I normally sign my posters like, oh no, that's a secret. And I normally sign my posters with this, like my Instagram tag, which is mast.lab. And then just gonna paste it here in the same place. And to finish, I'm going to just create a new layer, make a new rectangle, of course, and then I'm going to make it all black. Going to make a new rectangle, all black, and then effects, texture, grain, and then I'm going to apply a stippled grain at 25 intensity, and then I go to opacity and make it screen, and then make this 5%, maybe a little bit more, maybe 10%, too much, 7, and yeah, perfect, there we go. We just made a very beautiful poster to show to your family and friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed this poster tutorial today. I had really much fun doing this. I'm thinking I'm trying to make it like as entertaining as educative at the same time, not just going straight to the point. I don't know if you like this way, but well, I'm just experimenting right now on YouTube. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe and like the video, download the working files in the video description, and watch the next ones. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.